Good morning, everyone. Art Matters New York with a new episode. Uh, we have a large group today. Mark is back from Mexico. Marcia is still in France. Phyllis is here, and Terry Stone from the famous, which state was it? NG. What?
Garden State.
The Garden State. The Garden State. So we have no artwork really to look at from our group, but we look at some pictures Marcia took at the Musée d'Orsay, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna just share the screen now, and we go from there. And Marcia tells us what was going on there, right?
It was very crowded. I will say it was a school holiday in France because you're off from school a lot. So they have a lot of vacations and the museums were very crowded.
What do you see? Do you see my
Yes.
screen?
Yes, we see it.
Good. Wait.
I never heard of this artist called Maximilian Luce, whose work was associated with his commitment to anarchism. And he painted
Who
a
is this,
scene.
Marcia?
It was painted in the early 1900s. I don't know, I never heard his name. And this is called Bloody Sunday, which was a scene he had seen of people being shot in the streets who were, protesting some horrible thing that the king or the regent had done. And this was their just reward. But I noticed a wonderful composition, the triangles, the very strong frontal triangle and the back triangle. I probably would have done the body differently to that single body in the back, because it seems to lead your eye out of the picture, but it was done in the pointillist manner.
Mm-hmm.
And it was absolutely breathtakingly strong.
Marcia, can you repeat the name of the artist?
Maximilian Luce, L-U-C-E.
Look here.
L-U-C-E. Okay. Got it.
Apparently, it was in 1871. He painted the painting in 1903, but he was witness to that. He was very apparently made a big, deep impression on him, it says here.
Yeah, later on in his life. But he was at heart an anarchist and a very pro-common people kind of touch.
Mm-hmm. It's probably really a political piece, apparently.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Political protest, no question.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think what's interesting about this is the conflation of Impressionism and Impressionist, as you said, it was done in Pointillist style, and the colors are clearly indicative of an Impressionist approach.
Yes.
But I think the layering of a very powerful statement, which was very not Impressionist, because
exactly.
Impressionists were not really, thinking politically, but I guess,
weren't they
later
pastoral?
in the century, that became interests and concerns.
Good.
I mean, kind of, it's, it's like the foreground is horrifying and the background is kind of pretty. You know what I mean?
Your audio is off, Mark.
It's like, it's like he's conflated like beauty and he's and horror in the same.
Mark, your audio is chopped up.
Oh, well, I can't do anything about that.
Oh, we're losing half of what you're saying, unfortunately.
I'm not. I'm getting it clearly.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm not.
Okay. We
Well,
go.
if you would, if you would come back to, the States, you'd hear it more clearly.
Yeah, Mark, I love it here. I may never come back.
Okay.
Okay. Let's.
I
see.
understand. Hey, Okay, let's move on.
Let's look at this piece here.
Yeah.
Who
So
is
I
it?
tried to do it in pieces of, a particular style. These were
Yeah.
obviously pointillists.
So
And I'm thinking to myself, how do these guys not go blind by doing this?
who is
Because
this?
they're like, I'll tell you one.
Signac and
I'll tell you one answer to that is they were probably 24 years old.
Yeah.
and maybe high or drunk or something.
No, I don't think so, but they're quite young.
I mean, look at the gradations of light.
So
With
who is the
thousands
painter?
of that.
Who-
I couldn't take pictures of every blurb of every legend.
Okay.
Probably Signac or one of his contemporaries whose name escapes me.
Right. Okay. It's beautiful.
It's just beautiful, really beautiful.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
But this is, as I was saying, these impressionists were more interested in atmospheric effects than they were in political or social content.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think their thing was totally atmospheric, clouds, steam. Well, just atmosphere. You're completely right. But pastoral and gentle.
But also very interesting. But also very, very interesting is they were very concerned with how you put paint on a surface.
Oh,
Okay,
True.
so it wasn't just creating atmospheric effects, right, and in beautiful nuances and space. It was also how does the brush, how is the paint applied to the surface, and in this case, in dots, in little points. So that became, like a hugely important thing throughout the 20th century. How do you put paint on? How is the paint applied? Is it thrown? Is it done with assertiveness and so on and so forth? Like, how do you make a painting?
It's pixelated.
It's pixelated. That's why we love it.
Thank you for taking us up to date.
But what I think it's very interesting that, I think I can imagine, I never did a pointillistic painting, but I can imagine that it's hard to have so many dots there.
Oh my God, I can't.
But it never really, it's so loose at the also.
Yeah.
And I think that's very hard to achieve.
I think
Right.
so too.
The more dots you make, the more suddenly it becomes like,
It
becomes
more complicated.
too much, or whatever,
Right.
or heavy, or. But when you look at this looseness of this,
You're right.
It's just incredible. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a good point. Good
That-
point.
that's-
Yes.
yeah.
But that's only if you look at it from a distance.
Right.
Yeah,
But even you go close, you see it. I mean, it's not sharp now, so out of focus. But you see, it's still breathing. It
does read, but to me, it looks very stiff.
Really,
I think it's very stiff.
really.
It's very exact and very stiff. Particularly, I don't know if I sent you the girls at the well. Probably not. That was just so stylized. I didn't want to send it. But more than anything, in my view, it's your art books come to life.
Mhm.
Everything you see in your art books, it's right in front of your face.
Mhm.
I'm like, I can't believe I'm seeing this in the flesh.
Mhm.
Right. I agree.
You know, it's
Right.
just like overwhelmingly
Mhm.
great joy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Mark's really bring up some really interesting points. Like, I guess this was like not just Impressionism, but Pointillism, I guess, is a subset of Impressionistic type of.
Mhm.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm with Hans. How the heck do they do that?
Well, I certainly could.
Yeah,
mean,
it needs
Do
a
they
lot of
do like the dark points first? Do they? I mean, it's kind of
They really thought about this.
yeah. It's
And-
really a style or a technique that
Mhm.
must be difficult, because how do they? Because what's really interesting is that very close in, you just see the points, but
Mhm.
but that's not how you want people to view it. You want people to view it from back. So how do you paint something that is going to be viewed? You know, it's a difficult technique, like what
Mhm.
Mark
Right.
is saying.
It's sort of like in your mind's eye. How can you
Yeah.
translate what's in your mind's eye and do it in such a way that it comes across the way your mind's eye sees it?
Exactly.
I mean, it's certainly beyond my ability, big time.
No, in a weird way, it's like sculpting when they say, you know, that the image was always there. What did Michael?
Yeah.
I just got rid of the stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you know what?
It-
I love what Marcia just said, that it's in the mind's eye. It's something
Yeah.
about how the mind constructs
Yeah.
things and illusions with, a very little information.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like putting we're putting this painting together, and this painting is a complete illusion.
Absolutely.
And I think that the choice of atmospheric subjects, meaning atmosphere, meaning space, meaning a lot of space, is key to that idea of it being somewhat elusive and an illusion. And I think
Yeah.
that's really, I think that's like a really important point
Yeah, it does have to have a lot of space in order
about
to
art
prove
making.
its point. To give the
Yeah.
punch.
And I think it's an interesting point about art making, and that art resides in the brain.
Yeah,
And some of us have better brains than others.
it's true. But I think it is a very interesting, difficult technique
Oh God.
that is,
and also important, there are two prongs going with paint. The one is it should be so illusionistic that you don't see the paint, and then the other ones we say no, we want to see the structure of the paint,
Yes.
how
Right.
the paint is applied.
Mhm.
There are two ways,
Yeah.
two main things going on. Fork,
Yeah.
like a fork.
But I like that, but I like that dichotomy,
yeah.
that it's
Right.
both things operating at the same time.
Right. So let's
Yeah.
see when
It's also like a real break from line. The form isn't structured
Yeah.
around line.
Right.
And,
But then how did you get those figures if it's not line though? I mean, that's what's
Very,
brilliant.
but the figures are very stiff. The grand shot that Sinek did, the big one of the picnic by the Seine. I mean, look at them. They're stiff like mummies with bustles. Very, very stiff.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit a mixture for me, because you see, there are so very detailed here stuff, which in
Yeah.
a way could be even more pointillistic, that you really, oh wow, it's a ship, but you know, it for me it's a bit a mixture between pointillism and
Yeah, I
thing
think,
here.
yeah, I would
But
agree.
still, but I think, for instance, this part here, look at
The
this.
shimmer of the water.
This
Oh,
this
gosh.
could be, yeah, and also just maybe like a shadow coming through that fabric,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the thing. But you
yeah,
could
the
also
mass.
you did later Cezanne or whoever, you know, made this abstract or just, you know, doing by making things enlarge things, you know. That's also a technique, you know, like
Yeah.
Franz Klein, you know, he took only a part of a
Yeah.
chair and made it bigger. You
Yeah.
know, some people say, oh, this is not art when you enlarge something, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I knew David Rabinovich, a Canadian sculptor. He was against artists which just took a section of something and enlarged it, you know. He was
Right.
considering that as mediocre, bad art, you know.
Well,
But the point is, the whole art thing worked, you know, into abstraction and so on, because, you know, and so it's very interesting, you know.
Yeah.
I think. Ooh la la.
okay, I would like to have the great honor of introducing you to somebody named Joseph Purcell.
Look,
Pennell.
that's what we
Pennell.
are gonna see. Gray black wash on paper. Joseph
I
Pennell.
have never heard of him.
No.
It's Pennell. Pennell.
LL.
Pennell.
He has
Yeah, so it sounds like he was either English or American, right? English, I guess.
yeah, and he became a friend of the Whistler.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, that is no doubt had in mind Whistler's famous nocturnes, but also the ink drawings of Victor Hugo.
But these ink drawings are absolutely so goddamn amazing. There's a bunch of them. And I just couldn't leave them. I just kept, oh my God. My mouth was open all the time.
Yeah.
Flycaster.
So that is very interesting. And
this wash drawing is very compelling because look at the aura that he left around these buildings that are, I don't know, about to be destroyed by the smog. The factory is the machine age is going to destroy the church, blah, blah, blah. That's what I got from this. And it's really a gorgeous painting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Is this a painting or is it ink on?
This is it's a painting from ink. But it's a painting.
So it's the ink. Okay, ink and brush. Okay.
Watercolor wash, but it's so powerful.
Okay.
It's so powerful.
It's a strong image. Yeah.
Yeah, and Victor Hugo, you know, he made a really beautiful abstract. Ink drawings, you know.
I mean, and the ones that are realistic are just incredibly technically brilliant.
I don't know, is this actually, could that be read as smoke coming up?
Yes, of course.
So that you see, because I think, you know, the Impressionists, we are always think I think, you know, when I hear Impressionist, beautiful paintings.
Yeah, like light.
It's not true. What they want to show is the reality.
Right.
You know, so, you know, smoke, everything, you know, just how things appear, you know.
Industrialization as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's an important point, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's what I seem to get out of this painting, was that the smog from industrialization will just, you know, evaporate churches and whatever, and will just be reduced to wearing a gas mask.
And you learn also something, you know, you see how precise these lines are here, you know.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, they are so important because if they wouldn't be there, you know, the whole thing would probably collapse or whatever.
yeah, oh, totally.
So, you know, you read things suddenly different once you have a reference, which makes everything clear. So each other things becomes also clear because of this clearness here, you know.
Mhm.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
But wait until you see his,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
this
God.
is Notre Dame. This is a
Yeah.
drawing with
Yeah.
wash.
Did you? Yeah. Yeah, that's the Notre Dame here.
I mean, look at
That's
the quality
wonderful,
of
the light and so on.
the light is just gorgeous.
Yeah, it's nice. Very nice.
I'm going to ask a dumb question. What does Notre Dame mean in English?
Our Lady.
Our Lady.
Our Lady.
Our Lady.
Oh, Our Lady. I like that.
Our Lady. Every cathedral, it seems, in France is called Cathedral de Notre Dame.
Oh, wow.
That's because they're always referring to Mary, the Mother of God.
Look,
Yeah.
it's also interesting that he put white here. You know, here it's the white. That's just the paper white. You know.
Yes.
But
yeah.
here you see he had to, you know, because he had to make the outlines with white color. You see that here?
But should I tell you something?
You
When
that?
I looked at it very clearly, personally, I mean, you might certainly be right. I did not see any white paint. I saw an absence of black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I see here the white lines here. They are not
Yeah, I think they were just
it's
planned
called,
it so that they were left white.
In German it's called weiß gehöht. I don't know.
He could have done it with masking liquid.
I don't know
Could
how
have done
it's
it with
called
wax.
What does that mean, Hans?
Weiß gehöht. Yeah, I have to go to ChatGPT to find out how it's. Let me see. Maybe I find.
Did you say rice or mice?
No,
Vice.
Vice. Vice.
Vice. As the opposite of black.
I ask weiß gehört in English.
Just anything?
There might be a misspelling or a phrase in German, Swiss German. Could you clarify? Weiß gehört.
White belongs. It is heard. That's right, Hans.
Are you there?
Yeah, hold
I'm
on.
here, yeah.
I have to.
White is heard.
I guess nobody uses Google anymore.
Well, yeah.
Right? Interesting. A white is added.
Well,
placed.
Google has its own AI. I mean, if you can Google stuff and it's the same thing, basically.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
I still use that one with the guy with the hat, you know.
Oh, the Monopoly guy?
Yeah. You know, the early guy.
So
the
cute.
butler. He was like a butler.
Oh, butler, yeah.
I'm still searching.
Searching for my baby. Yes, I am. Searching for the one I love.
heightened with high with white.
Oh, geez, why didn't
Now
I?
we have it.
Heightened. Okay, that's nice.
Heightened with white. Weiß gehört. Yeah, weiß gehört translates to heightened.
Yeah, it sounds like
White.
white is heard, white is important.
Heightened with white in English. Yeah. Yeah. This phrase is used in art descriptions to indicate that white paint, chalk, or another white medium was used to emphasize highlights or details in a drawing or painting.
There you go.
So that's
Okay.
and you see that sometimes in drawings, in drawings that it says weiß gehört.
Okay. All
And
right.
that's heightened with white. Yeah,
Got
heightened
it.
with white. So that's what heightened with white, you see.
Okay.
Let's look at the other ones.
So it was allowed apparently, and not
Let's keep going. Keep going.
and not
let's move on.
considered as
Yeah.
bad. Weiß gehört.
Wow, that's a lot of detail.
Yeah, it looks
Wow.
like a New Yorker cartoon, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But it's not.
That is a lot of focus.
Yes. It's, yeah, I don't have the legend for this. It's not, I don't think it's Notre Dame. It could be.
It is.
Yes,
It
yeah,
is.
it looks like
No, it
to
is.
me,
It
is,
right on
yeah.
the stand. It
Exactly.
is.
Yeah.
Those are the little bridges across the Seine.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he started maybe here, and then he had no much space. On
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's not a wonderful.
No, I don't
Very
think it's
clever.
great. The cathedral's a little imposing
Yeah, yeah,
up there
Yeah.
at the top.
It's
It
a little
doesn't
bit
quite
weird.
breathe or read.
yeah. It's a bit weird.
This doesn't seem to be like his really serious work. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
This is my favorite.
That's nice.
Oh,
yeah.
a gargoyle.
Oh,
like
that's
that
my
better.
favorite. Look at
I
that.
love them.
I
Yeah,
do
that's
too. You know what they are, Terry? They're water spouts.
Yeah,
of
they're rain
course.
They're
spouts.
just drain
yeah.
pipes. Today I saw a
Right.
So-
I think they
Ceramic-
might take offense to being just,
yeah.
especially
Right.
drain pipe.
Right.
Look at that.
That's great.
It's
Is it?
really fun. They really had fun with the monster stuff.
Yeah.
They
They were
really-
serious.
they-
They were very serious about warding off evil spirits.
Or maybe they liked it, and it was just a way to get it in. 'Cause
Yeah.
they really celebrated all that fantasy.
Right.
So
You're right.
fun. It's really great. And then across you see the towers.
Right.
I mean, look at the trees. Look at the umpteen point perspective.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
mean,
Right.
it's got a framing device of a gargoyle, but it's more than that.
It's
It's
really
just-
fun.
It's incredible. It's an incredible drawing.
I
just-
could see like a little kid especially just staring at this for hours.
Yeah.
If this was in your bedroom, you'd just be like staring at it. There's so much there. It's so fun.
I think
Yeah.
nice in this drawing is in a way the details, and then the very just the drawing of simple, sort of very masterfully, done,
Very.
easy, wonderful.
A wonderful drawing. Look at
yeah,
the
it's great.
detail
It's
underneath the
wonderful.
gargoyle itself. The detail is just marvelous.
And then also the clouds here are wonderful done. Look, very
Yep.
simple, but
Yep.
just wonderful.
It's very modern looking,
It's very nice.
very modern.
It's
Right.
great. It's fun. It's
It is.
It's
Fun.
great fun.
That's also Pennell, the Pennell, Pennell.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Okay. 1893, that was done.
Mm-hmm.
The same artist?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
same one.
yeah.
Keep going, Hans. There's a lot of them.
The
Just
Pennell.
keep going, please.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
courtyard,
Yeah, the
Beautiful.
Europeans,
the
just
abbey.
today, I was passing they're little houses here, they're fishermen houses, they're very narrow, but tall, somewhat tall. And they're built right on the street, just right on the street. But when you open this door, every one of them has a little courtyard.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
They're
Beautiful.
just, I mean, of course, these are grander places, but I
This
couldn't
looks like
believe
this looks like
simple
this looks like
house.
her though, doesn't it?
Say what?
This isn't a cloister.
No, well, it could be. I don't know. I don't remember.
It could be in Rome, you know, they have hospitals. They have these courtyards too. They look
Yeah.
like in a cloister, but they are hospitals, for instance, or
Yeah.
whatever. It's
Very
nice.
A lot
nicely
of
done.
churches had these attached, as
Yes.
part of
Nice,
the church.
anyway. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, look how nice.
that's fabulous.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Very
The
nice.
perspective is so great.
It is.
And it's selective on how he highlighted certain things so that
Yeah, look,
the space would be balanced.
the shadows here, wonderful. You know,
Yeah,
with the
They're bathed in light.
Yes.
and this wonderful depth here, you know.
yeah.
Wonderful.
is
Also
wonderful.
here, wonderful. Look.
The horseshoe banding, the
It's really well done.
elements, all
You
the
can
Oh,
feel
and
the
it-
sunshine.
And look, this man here, it's just with these 3 dots. Look how he almost talks.
Jaunty.
He looks almost at you, you know. It's like it's amazing.
He's a jaunty guy. The other
Right.
guys are bent and
And
old.
you see, look, all these steps, you know, you need look at this.
Mhm.
Look, all this step. It works. It's wonderful.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Very, very well done. Beautiful.
Very well done. Let's see, there's a whole bunch of them, huh? So perhaps you want to move through them. Oh, I guess that's the end. This one I like. This
it's
is
the
now by
end.
Pennell. Maybe I didn't send you all of them.
Yeah, it
I
goes by
loved-
the number here, you see.
No, I have a lot more, but I was afraid I was giving you too much.
0861 and this other one is 62.
This one is not by Pennell, but I
No.
was struck by the composition in this.
Amazing.
It's
It's
really
amazing.
a wonderful composition.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You know, it's just wonderful. It's broken up so beautifully and it works. And even though your eye leaves the painting on the right, there's so much going on the lower left that it seems to be balanced.
Well, it
Right.
is. Sure.
And it seems like a ritual, maybe is something burn. You know, in Zurich, they burn also in the spring a wooden thing, you know, a huge wooden figure.
An effigy.
Effigy, yeah. And that looks a little bit, and then they run around that thing, you know, with horses. And that's what's going on here too. I have
what
Oh,
does
yeah?
that symbolize?
you see
It-
that
They're chasing away the evil spirits.
they are right. Yeah, they are going in a circle around this. Maybe here it's something burning. I don't know.
With
I think
sugar.
it would be like this. Yeah. It's interesting. Die Burgverbrennung. A nice piece.
It's a very nice piece. Oh,
Oh
here's
my
more Pennell.
Wow.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, I just couldn't get over the intricacies and how well he planned the perspective, and it's just perfect.
Yeah, look at all
I like
this.
I'm sorry. I like how he has so much detail in the back on the building, but he leaves the figures very sketchy in the front.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
nice.
look at
Yeah.
Scaffolding.
the scaffolding is like incredibly well executed. It's
Yes.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
It's really
crazy.
beautiful.
That
Well,
is complex.
And
Oh,
but
is
the
it ever?
lady in the middle front, she's just sketchy.
It's
That's
just-
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's interesting how he did
It's
that.
fun, yeah.
Why?
It's
And this is-
amazing.
Obviously, in the
Wow.
late 1890s, and there's still scaffolding everywhere. They're always repairing
Or building, you know.
or building, yeah,
Oh.
but usually repairing.
Yeah.
Look at this, what's going on in here.
It's unbelievable.
This
It's
and
unbelievable.
it makes sense, you know. It's very strong,
Yeah,
and it's clear. You
Very
know,
it's clear.
It's like
Yeah, yeah. That's really great. That's
They were-
incredibly well done. That's
The,
amazing.
Yeah.
the draftsmanship is so extraordinary
Hmm.
that I was just, I mean, I could not leave it.
yeah,
Once, I'm sorry.
Great.
Take next.
Really
Oh.
great.
oh
boy.
wow,
Look at
What?
that. Isn't that something?
yeah, that's Eric Fischl.
I was just, Hans, I was just about to say the same thing.
What did you say?
Eric Fischl.
Eric Fischl. He did a painting with Venetian blinds
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
shadows cast. Yeah, I was thinking along those lines.
This is wonderful. I have
So
to
who is this by?
I think I may have the legend here, but I'm not sure. Go to the side. Yep,
Boy in profile here.
yeah.
Irish painter Roderic O'Connor.
Wow.
Roderic, I've never heard of him. Look,
No.
Me either.
it's amazing.
The contributions of syntheticism and the expressionist.
Oh, Van Gogh.
method.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's strikingly radical. See, the artist used broad cross sections.
Let's look at it again.
It's amazing. No, we won't.
One more. Come on. Just a brief.
Hans is in control here.
No, but it's wonderful. Huh?
It's wonderful.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So this was all at the Orsay?
Yes.
Okay.
This is really wonderful.
What's syntheticism?
I have no idea. Guys,
Who knows?
Synthesis.
I tried to look it up, but I
you
don't know.
gotta know
Spelled
you're
it
the
incorrectly.
gurus.
There were many isms, you know, going on
Yes.
that lasted, you know.
Wouldn't it be really funky if the guy had a tattoo on his face like that?
Yeah.
It's on his ear. Is
Yeah,
that-
I mean, you never know. Look at what's his name? Tyson. He's got a funky tattoo on his face.
Is it on his face or his neck?
Ah, that's the silhouette.
Oh, is that
Kara
yeah.
Walker.
Kara Walker, right? Karen Walker.
The silhouettes, there was a whole small room devoted
Beautiful.
to the silhouettes that were done. I think they used them as sort of as puppet shows on sticks.
Yeah,
I
Like-
remember.
I think the silhouette was it was developed as a portraiture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Originally.
Oh, yeah?
And
Okay.
especially also poor people, you know, portraiture.
Yeah.
And the name silhouette comes actually from a minister, I think, of in Paris. His
Right.
name was Silhouette.
Yeah.
And what
Interesting.
I think he was for you know, they had no money, the poor people, and also no enough material for clothes. And then there was an order that you can't have, you know, all these pants had at least 10 pockets, you know, and he disallowed to do that anymore, to have 10 pockets in the pants. only 2 or whatever, because
Oh,
it used too much fabric, this pocket thing.
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think that's the story, sort of, with the silhouette.
That's funny because I remember being little, like maybe 2, and my family went up to Canada, like Niagara Falls area. And I remember my older brothers, and my mom went into Madame Trousseau, but I was too scared to go in. And Dad took me to this lady who made like a silhouette of me when I was little, and she put it on stationery. It was like a form of street art, I guess.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And I just would like to report that I'm still scared of those, Madame Trousseau.
But that's interesting.
It's interesting. It was portraiture, in a sense, for
Yes.
inexpensive portraiture, yeah. But they use scissors. I mean, it's super hard to do, right? It's not like they're cutting with a knife or anything. They're using a scissor, right? It has to be so accurate.
Right.
Oh.
So we can one time, there is an artist, Matthew Buckingham, and he makes like video historical things about with his videos. He's quite known, and he made a movie, also a video installation, a film installation actually with 16 millimeter, I think, and that was about the silhouette of Lavater. Lavater was a guy in Zurich which believed into physiognomy. And so each year came a book out with famous people and the reading of physiognomy, if they are good or bad people and what it means,
What is physiognomy?
No, I never heard that word.
Physiognomy is that you say, oh, this nose and the
like you're like
of the eyes means you are a criminal mind, or
like
that was a
beauty, or
Hitler used that, or people use that on African Americans in the US.
Exactly, it's a typology of a character and so on. And that was used, and Lavater was the guy, in Zurich, and he met Miss Goethe. Goethe was against it. And so on. And there was a whole hype about physiognomy and silhouette at that time. We can maybe one time watch the movie. It's about 20, this installation of Matthew Buckingham.
I'd love to.
We can talk about it one time. Huh? About the silhouette.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
About phrenology?
Yes, phenomenology. Yeah, right.
Well, the Jews used that against, the Nazis used that against the Jews.
The Jews.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of another one. Speaking of Jews, today in the Chateau Royal, I saw a giant artist depiction of the Jews being expelled from Spain.
Oh, wow.
I mean, giant.
It was a painting or
it was a some kind of a graphic. It was a litho or an aquatint, but it's enormous.
He's in Collier.
Wow.
That's a nice piece here,
isn't it?
Yeah. Look how this part.
I love the way I like the way that the top of the hill is rendered and defined.
Yeah.
That's really fun because it's just floating out there. But it really reads as a curve, and it's the top of a hill with a little windmill up there.
Yeah.
Great.
This is wonderful.
It's really nice.
These
fun.
are silhouette cutouts.
Are these cut out?
Yeah.
Are these paper cutouts?
Yeah.
How did they do that with an X-Acto knife? They couldn't have used a scissor.
It could have been with an X-Acto.
Well, the equivalent.
Or the equivalent thereof, yeah.
Not
they didn't have X-Actos
not
back
cutting
then.
like that, right? Oh my
They
God.
had a single-edged razor.
Oh, something.
Yeah, exactly. Great. Very, very nice.
Keep going, Hans, there's more.
So many great ways to make marks,
Yeah, exactly.
This
That's
is
right.
fabulous. Thank you, Marcia.
Look,
This is reminiscent of Monet.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, for the foreground.
And I
Is
must
it?
tell you, the lighting in that museum and the others I've seen, were terrible. They were just awful.
Oh,
My
The
God.
light
Wow.
spots
Wow.
are trained on the paintings, which are under non-reflecting glass. And you just couldn't get a good shot of it because no matter which way, and I tried every angle, you couldn't read it well.
I love this painting though.
I
Me
did too.
too.
I like how everything is becomes color. So
Yeah.
color becomes, the study
Yes.
the sensation of color.
Yes. That's a
So
nice
yeah,
way to
everything
put
is
it.
translated. Everything is translated into color, and then again, you can see how the landscape has been changed by industrialization. Like how
Yes.
prominent those smokestacks are in the smoke.
Yeah.
So there's big changes. There's this ruin on the right, which represented the old, and then there's this brand new thing, this which is the smoke.
Yeah, I like
Interesting.
the blue.
So it's interesting.
I like this.
The blue on the top is great.
I like the
this
way,
blue is
Yeah, and the reflections.
it's
Oh,
The
amazing.
reflection.
water. Guys,
Yeah.
the water was great. The water was gorgeous. Gorgeous. I mean,
It's a beautiful painting.
it's a beautiful
Yeah,
painting.
beautiful.
I was there for about 4.5 hours
Oh, wow.
and I didn't see everything.
It's amazing when I just enlarged it on my end here, and it's amazing how many smokestacks are out there.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
it's
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe 13,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like smokestacks.
Yeah, here are many.
So like, things were changing quickly in the late
Yeah.
19th century.
Yeah.
I like the foreground, the use of the purple where
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
zoom in.
That's
You know,
beautiful.
like you're walking into the painting and it's so well
It's
done.
very rich.
It's rich and it's very pretty. And then you have the green with the purple and then you're like, oh my gosh, look at all this color. It's really well done. I agree.
Yeah, it is.
So
The
here
brush-
is something wrong for me.
Those all,
Here is something wrong.
It's a little heavy. It's a little heavy there,
Heavy,
but
I agree
so
with
what?
It's a little bit wrong.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
It's a little heavy.
Guys was talking about how long, like
oh,
you were
wow.
at the museum 4 hours or whatever. How long can most people look at art, do you think?
20 seconds, if that.
In our group.
Is
Oh,
this
an
Dr.
hour
Gachet?
group. Oh, God.
Is that Dr. Gachet?
Dr. Gachet, yeah, Aziz. I hope to be going to Arles next week, maybe.
Hey, Terry, so you want to know how long we'll go to a museum or how long?
Yeah, like how long can you look before you need a break?
Oh, God. I just keep going.
I think a couple hours. I can't do any more.
Yeah, me too. I can't do too many hours.
No.
I need
Well,
a break and then I can go back. It's almost like too much beauty, right?
Yes.
It is. Oh, but
Right.
it is, Terry, because at the end of I couldn't take a break because I had a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
There are timed
Jordan's
entrances, and I know the museum closed at 5:30. I wasn't taking a break.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, after 4.5 hours, your mind is like so ablaze with stuff that you're really not even thinking. You can't. because,
Is this
you know, it's
also-
all jumbled in your head.
was this Van Gogh too, or no?
Yep, yep.
I wouldn't. have known.
It's really beautiful.
I wouldn't have guessed it, but this is
neither.
Van
The
Gogh.
yellow gold is so beautiful,
Oh,
It is.
it is beautiful, Mark.
isn't it? It's just gorgeous.
He was such a good painter with you. He was the best yellow painter. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
He nails those yellows, right, Phil?
yeah.
Like gets it.
That's beautiful, just gorgeous. And I love the blue, the back of the chair, just that
Yeah, that's a
strange little
nice counterpoint.
abstract
Yeah,
thing. It's odd. It's odd.
it
that-
is. It is.
Sure is odd.
There was something about the blue.
But the
Cross
dress, look how nice the dress is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So nice, huh?
it's fabulous.
beautiful, just beautiful. Absolutely.
Look, you have even here a scary face. Man,
Uh-oh.
look, especially for you, especially for you.
No, I don't understand why Van Gogh would have just put that border on the top and the right side.
Think it was
Listen,
cut?
No, I don't know. Does that make sense to you guys?
I'll
What?
call him and ask him.
Because what
I
makes
hope we
sense?
don't ask him too soon.
Like
But
why he framed it like that?
no, the way he framed it, unless the photo of it didn't pick up the other, but it doesn't look like that.
No, it
No.
could have been cut off too.
Oh,
You know, it could be that he painted a painting, you know, and that's the frame of the painting. I don't know. It looks for me Mexican also.
I don't know.
it does look Mexican. It looks like
You know,
Maybe he was painting the reflection in a mirror. I don't know. Who
you
knows?
did, yeah, we should find
uh,
out.
This
yeah.
is the next one is more typical that we know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's the boring stuff, right?
Well, I never realized how much this work looks like Klimt, not Klimt, the
Munch.
Munch. Thank you, Munch.
Yeah, the scream.
The
Here.
scream, right?
Right.
The same intensity, the same.
Yeah. No, it's nice.
Fabulous.
Beautiful. That's a gorgeous painting.
It is, that is a gorgeous one. See, I wouldn't compare this to Monk. I think that while there's still waviness in both, I think that somehow Van Gogh's touch was so radically his own. You know, I certainly could be wrong, but that's
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying that there's an intensity here that I think is similar.
it's all his own.
I think what you're saying
Maybe
is
I'm
that
wrong.
there's a psychological
Yeah.
element. There's a psychological or emotional
Oh,
element.
no, you're right.
Yeah,
That
his
somehow
brushwork,
alters
his
that
brushwork is
alters
so
naturalistic.
Right.
otherworldly, really
Expressive. They're both expressive.
Expressive. That's
highly expressive. Good point, Terry.
But in a way, I can't
Yeah.
make sense out of that thing here. You know, when I look at, I don't know what that is.
I think they're
The
both.
boats.
Yeah, but look, but what I mean, both.
Oh.
But is this a wave here? What
I
is
think
this?
it's a wave.
Way.
I don't
It's a
know.
Oh,
way.
the haystack.
It actually looks like the intercoastal in Florida at night.
Maybe that's where he was.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
actually was in someone's apartment and it was the same view and I took a picture.
Oh my
I
God.
know.
Oh,
I love the lights in the sky.
I do.
I
too.
like the invasion from Mars.
Yeah, it's amazing.
it was the invasion in his head. What a whack job.
You know what? That's freedom. You know, that is freedom to stuff like
Right.
that. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Next, next.
Next.
Go to the
Okay.
next one. We got a lot to go.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
This is
I
my
know that.
favorite. This is
That's
my
all.
absolute favorite of the ones I saw
Uh,
there. I love his.
Well, let's see it. Let's see it.
That's wonderful. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Am I still? Am I not? Did you move, change the painting, or no?
No.
Yes,
Yeah, I changed it. Yeah.
he changed,
Well, that's classic.
changed it. Yeah.
Well,
That's just so classic.
Uh,
Yeah.
You know, the way everything is animated, everything has an animus, you know, like Sutil.
Yeah.
Everything was imbued with spirit.
oh, I
Yeah.
like it.
I mean, look at the brush,
Beautiful.
a hedge rather, or bush.
That's so great.
Lower right hand
And the
corner
clouds.
in front. Yeah, and the clouds. The rooftop.
Everything is in it. You have to
Everything.
even look
Everything.
at this Japanese emoji. You see,
Yeah.
you know, like you know, blonde hair and the face. It's amazing. You know, this figure down. It's crazy.
You know, I also like,
Or this part here. Look at this. This could be like a.
Yeah, fabulous.
almost
I
an
love
you know,
that.
what's kind of interesting also is the brevity. In other words, you could tell that he did this very quickly. It's all wet on wet,
Oh,
you know?
Mm.
It's like, and close up, it's all very, there's these certain marks that he makes, and he makes them, and that's that. It's done.
Mhm.
You know, so it has a brevity to it, a quality of just moving, even though he gets it right. That's what's so amazing. He just kind of gets it right.
Maybe that's where Birchfield got his ideas.
Yeah, I think so in a way. You're right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
I don't know Birchfield. Can we look at Birchfield later? I'm gonna write it down.
We'll do it
Later.
Yeah,
later.
I'm gonna interrupt this, but I would
But
love
that's a good one. That's a good
love
painting.
it.
It's just so beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It's just so rhythmic and
Oh,
so
good word too.
animated, and there's an animus in everything that you see there. The clouds, the bush, the trees, the roof. You know, it's just wavy.
But you know, this also shifts the emphasis from the subject that you're looking at to the artist. In other words, what we're really looking at is this guy Van Gogh, you know, and what he's feeling, thinking, you know, so on and so forth. It's all through this. It's, you know, he's the agent, you know, and it's interesting. So there's this cult, you know, now, of course, about, you know, artists and the cult of Van Gogh, you know, being one of the, you know, the most notable, but it shifts the emphasis to the artist.
Yeah.
Actually, Marie said that his color was yellow, which is true, but I've always looked at his greens and
I never noticed his greens before this. I think he's great at green too. Man's got good. He's good. He's got at least two. I think he's pretty good at blues too. Oh my gosh. I just saw a lady lying down where Hans was just saying. Did you guys notice that?
I saw that.
You saw that already? It looks like a head there.
Like a body lying down.
Do you know what we're talking about? Like in the foreground, like where Hans was saying that's like two eyes there and a mouth. That's the head, and then the rest of it looks like a body.
Exactly.
What?
I saw the same thing.
The Japanese.
No, Hans, do you know what we're talking about or no?
This part here, right?
That looks like
Whole
the head.
thing.
If you continue down, that looks like an arm, and then
Go across with the marker.
I don't see it.
You see another piece.
Can you move it up a little bit, Hans? I don't see it.
okay. So it looks like
That's
what
really-
Hans was saying, that it's like Japanesey. That's the head part, and then there's a neck continuing to the right, and then the rest is a body.
But we do know that he looked at the prints from
I don't know.
Asia.
Yeah.
I see the same
He
thing.
was looking at Japanese prints a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
For
we see it as a
composition.
body.
Right.
I love it.
I do too.
But next, huh?
But next.
All right,
Hard not
yeah,
to like
this will
that.
be our quiz. Guess who this is?
Cezanne.
I
It's
don't
Of
know.
course.
It's
Even
Bas-
I think
Cezanne.
it's Cezanne.
It looks.
is it the Basquiat?
Wait, where's that crown?
It's a colorful Cezanne.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Beautiful, absolutely wonderful.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice, yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yep.
Wow. Can't beat that.
No.
The gauntlet is thrown.
Rocher près la grotte des Tournois.
Aix-en-Provence.
Oh,
Yeah, that's famous.
We all
Oh,
know
here's
it.
more Cezanne.
That's super famous.
Card players.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
can you imagine just seeing that in person?
Oh, yeah.
You know
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
from your
of
art
course.
books? It just kind of blew me away.
So nice.
Totally.
I like the section under the chair, under the table.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's funny.
He is losing.
You think, Chance? You think so?
I like the bottle and the reflection. The
Oh,
line,
yeah.
the vertical line of the
That's really
reflection of
More
the bottle is so great.
the
How about
bubble here.
I-
is amazing.
That's
Would that
Gogh.
be vice? Would that qualify as your German expression, vice?
Weiß gehört.
Whatever.
Nice good.
Right.
Right there. It's right
Yeah,
there
yeah.
on the
No,
bottle.
but I think you wouldn't say that, even it's maybe there, but
No.
it's mostly in drawings, I think,
Okay.
not
Okay.
in painting.
It's a different use of white.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
Renoir.
All right. So I remember from some book or other, Renoir's peaches are painted like ladies, and his ladies are painted like peaches.
It looks like they were poured out of a vessel
Yeah, right?
of some sort, like pancake
Fleshy.
batter.
The skin tones are just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Just phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Very
four-door thing. Yeah, that's great.
But
I
they're
don't
all
know.
Zoftic women. They're fleshy and they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
little bit kitschy on the kitschy side.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's
You
kitschy? The
think?
breathers in the right or the just hanging out? What's kitschy about it?
It's kind of like over the top. It's like pushing, it's almost a caricature, of itself
Too
for
pretty?
me.
Too pretty or too?
Not pretty. It's a little bit
Peachy.
kitschy. I mean, that's the word.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it kitschy.
Yeah.
Kitschy, coo.
That's a nice painting.
It is a
Yeah.
nice painting, though. Yeah. I mean, the colors, the palette is so weird. All that flesh, like right in
Yeah.
the center. It's a very weird. If you just look at it at sort of abstractly, it's
Yeah.
just the color, and then it's a pretty strange.
Mhm.
Just I don't know.
Tableau. Yeah.
It's a lot of flesh.
A lot of flesh.
I think here is one ring too much. One ring.
Okay.
Oh, hi. She was so naughty.
The
Okay.
next picture should be beefcake.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see a little beefcake here.
All the women are Zoftig.
He knew what he liked.
Yeah, right,
Real estate. He liked real estate.
right. Exactly. Exactly.
But I
Real
think
Who is
estate.
this?
I think he paints women in a very beautiful way, though.
I do too.
I'm not saying it well. He's a beautiful painter of women.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like he makes women super attractive, and there's nothing, you can tell that he likes women.
Mhm.
I'm not saying
Actually,
sexually, I'm just saying that,
I think that's what Mark was talking about before. I think he's in the painting.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe that's
yeah,
what makes good paintings.
Whereas when we were looking at,
yeah. He's in the
Picasso,
painting like Van
wasn't it?
Gogh is in the painting.
And
Yeah,
like
good
Picasso
point.
is not in the painting, I don't think. That wonderful drawing we saw last week. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. But he's definitely in these paintings.
Yeah.
Now, you remember this from every art book you've ever seen about Impressionism.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
girl at the piano,
Yeah.
the
Beautiful.
hair. Oh my God, the hair.
Right,
Yeah.
the hair. Yeah, exactly.
Just so gorgeous.
That's
And the
nice.
cheeks, the flesh
yeah.
tones are incredibly wonderful.
Yeah. And
Beautiful.
the draping, the way that
Yeah,
they,
the composition is great.
the way they
Yeah,
capture,
it's nice.
yeah. And kind of how it's kind of interesting how different artists go very tight on some details and super loose, It's,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's not all the same, which is a good technique. Makes it more interesting.
And the subjects are interesting because it's not a church or a political thing or
Yeah, it's
Well,
like it's
Domestic.
home
it's
moment.
people. It's just people. It's a
Domestic.
portrait just in a different way.
Yeah, I like that, Terry.
It's a moment. Yeah.
Yeah, moment.
This is in the favelas, of Paris or so.
Hmm.
No, I'm joking. Okay, next.
That's a little fleshy.
Yep. Also gorgeous flesh tones.
Yes.
And the flesh tones, I think, are highlighted, not highlighted, but made more beautiful by the green background.
Mm.
No, great.
Very nice. Beautiful.
Yes, I like it too.
Is this Renoir as well?
Mhm.
Yes.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. I think so.
Yeah. How big is this painting?
Huge.
That's what I thought.
A huge, quantify huge. Well, Marie's stuff is very big. I would say this was like, I don't know, 6 feet by 3 feet,
Right.
Oh, okay.
something like that.
Yeah, that's big. That's
It's
big.
pretty big.
It's really beautiful.
A
Yeah.
little bit too high up here, I have a feeling.
Mm.
You didn't know her, Hans.
But I don't want to criticize him. But
But
something is wrong. This is not right.
Maybe she's got a whole J-Lo thing going.
Bit weird, but
Yeah, it looks a little strange.
it's
You're right.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks like an
Looks-
inflammation of
Yeah, it does look like that red, that use of that red.
Yeah. It's funny. You're right.
comes from the spanking, maybe. Okay, next.
Oh,
Oh,
we have moved on.
we have
more.
The famous drawbridge at
Yeah.
Giverny.
Are you gonna go, Marcia, or no?
I've been to Giverny. I thought I was going to go again, but I may not.
Okay.
That's a wonderful piece.
It is. And again, I had a lot of trouble photographing these things. This one I edited on the spot because I just, with the reflections and the lighting, it was just really hard
Yeah,
to get
sure.
a decent picture.
Yeah, of course.
You did great.
So this is not exactly the true color. It's the best I could do.
Now you think
It's all right. It's good.
You know what I think is great about this painting is that he does exactly what you're not supposed to do. He
Which
has
is
a bridge smack in the middle,
right.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yet phenomenal, you know? It's
Yeah.
like the composition couldn't be more interesting. And he
Right.
brings you up like these levels, you know, and then it's just, he has foreground, background. There's so much movement in this. It's just really so well done.
It's very, very current.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think at that time it was a really bold move to do something.
Very.
Yes.
You know,
He was getting bolder and bolder.
that's
He
amazing.
got older.
Yeah.
Why would that have been bold? Because people did landscapes before.
You know, this is not a landscape per se,
Okay.
Right.
because basically it was a garden that was constructed,
Yes, by him.
right?
Under his tutelage.
So,
I
so
know
he constructed the subject, and he constructed the painting, right? And
Yeah.
right. So it's not a landscape in that sense. For
Mhm.
for him, it was more like a, boy, I don't know how to put this. He understood that paintings were these artificial or constructed things that he took. You know, he basically did this in his studio, probably. He took it indoors, and he finished all of his paintings indoors in his
Yes.
studio.
I didn't know that.
So, yeah. So he was, I don't know how to put it exactly, but I mean, with that being said, it becomes something other than a traditional
That's why it's,
Yeah, I get.
landscape.
Yeah,
it's an abstraction.
It's an abstraction.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah.
abstraction.
Wow, I would never, I love that insight. I never would have thought that.
Look
I mean,
at
Yeah.
some
I
of
knew
the-
he constructed everything. I knew that, and that he wanted things to be done a certain way, and he built it that way. You know, he
Right.
right. But why would anybody, like, we know that because we're studying, you know, art history and the artists, but nobody else needs to know that to see this.
And they
But
don't. They
to
don't need
them,
to
that
know
would
that.
not
And you
feel
don't,
like
and you
really-
don't,
Sorry.
you don't need to know that to enjoy this.
Correct. I'm just saying, so why, I mean, to the general public, this would still not be a landscape, or? I'm just curious as to what your insight
Yeah,
is.
I mean, they would probably call it a landscape because it's not an interior, it's not a portrait, right? It's not, you know, so yeah, so you know, to categorize it, yeah, it would be called a landscape. But I don't think he viewed it in that way. We're sort of deconstructing, you know, what that means.
Okay, interesting, because he constructed it, and like what we were talking about before, like with pointillism, he knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
So he
Mhm.
a
was
lot of,
painting what he wanted, I guess.
Marie, a lot of his later work moves in that direction.
Right. Right.
Fabulous.
So that's more of a landscape, you know, that is
Yes.
a more
This
naturalistic,
is probably
traditional
an earlier
landscape with a sky, with a deep background,
Right.
foreground, you know, so on and so forth. So that would fall into a more traditional landscape, more into the definition. But this for him was just a exercise in
Study.
color.
Right.
It was a study. It was an exercise in in color, in the effects of shadow and light on color.
Because he did different ones at different times of the day, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He was
Exactly.
studying light.
Lots of
The
them.
effects of light.
Yeah. Which I guess, isn't that what really is what differentiates Impressionism is their, I'm going to use the wrong word, passion for light.
Yeah, absolutely. Light and color. They were
And
optical.
color. Okay.
How light and color, you know, what's the word? The sensation of light and color on the eye.
Yeah, nice.
So it was kind of an optical, you know, interest,
Yeah.
retinal or optical, since, you know, experience,
Mhm.
I love
I
it.
guess, something like that.
That's wonderful how, you know, in this shadowy part here, you see the reflection from the light
Yeah, yeah,
back to
Fabulous.
that. It's wonderfully,
that's right.
it's wonderful. It's
Yeah.
it happens even here, but it's
Yeah,
just amazing.
amazing. It is amazing. It's amazing.
It's an amazing thing.
I mean, yeah, if you, I'm sort of zooming in on that front shadow, the
Yeah.
purple, you know, that lavender.
Mhm,
And if you look at how complex that color is,
mhm.
the mix of the lavender with the orange and, you know, some
Right.
white and, you know, it's
Yeah.
really incredibly complex and beautiful
Mhm.
color, that
It's good,
shadow.
it's good.
Mhm.
So it's
And so
amazing.
is the piece itself.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It's beautiful.
Does this feel a little like pointillism to anybody else?
Well, he's putting the paint on, yeah, in little
Yeah, yeah.
dabs,
Small
which
strokes.
which was also a feature of Impressionism,
Oh, okay.
was the application of the paint.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because, you know, it also, in as much as they were trying to capture specific light effects and events, had to work quickly, right? So that's why, you know, they apparently, you know, at least it's part of the mythology
Mhm.
that they, you know, use, you know, very brief dabs of paint.
Well, it's interesting. I didn't know that Monet
That-
finished his paintings inside till you just said that. So that's super interesting. So he really
Yeah.
engineered, he really engineered everything. And he was
Yes,
comfortable.
very much. His
Yeah.
later work especially, yes.
Yes. He became more and more abstract.
As
Right.
Oh,
Again, beautiful, very abstract.
that's wonderful.
Notre Dame too, no?
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is wonderful.
That's beautiful.
He did, you know, he did like, you know, I don't know how many, but multiple paintings of this facade of this cathedral in you know, different times of day, different effects.
Had to work very fast
He was
because
interested in color and
light
light.
changes fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he kind of had to work fast, and I think that's why he had to bring him back to his studio
Oh,
to finish them.
So he couldn't work as fast.
It's great.
Well, light changes so quickly.
Yeah,
It's a great piece. I love it.
Yeah.
beautiful. Ah, love this.
Yeah.
That's getting pretty abstract.
Yep.
Mhm.
I painted this. I knocked this off. When I first started to paint, I loved it. I can honestly say it did not come anywhere close to this, but I love this painting.
It would be wonderful to make an abstraction out of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just follow it.
Phyllis, you could do that.
Do your
And
own.
that's just all French lavender.
Oh,
Yeah.
gorgeous.
So beautiful.
Mm.
Yeah.
Who's this? It's pretty.
Isn't that beautiful, Terry?
And the turquoise is great, you know, back there,
That, yeah.
lurking back there. Just that color is
Somehow it's very pretty without being very pretty.
Yeah, right, right.
Not kitschy at all.
Are
No,
Are
not
these
really.
Pardon
No.
us.
He's no Renoir. No.
No.
are these people in the grass here lying, or what? What do
Are
you
those people, Hans?
lying in the grass? So maybe
No.
no.
Can you
Way
make it
far away?
larger? I don't know.
Far away. I don't think so.
Jonestown.
No. It's all flowers. It's just flower beds.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's just where the sunlight is hitting, the
It's like
Right.
ground, probably.
Yeah.
The dappled light.
Also, for me,
I
they
don't
look
know, Hans. I
suddenly
don't know.
like a couple lying in the grass, or
Yeah,
be.
I see what Hans is saying.
you're seeing Manet.
Yeah, that's right. Not Monet, Manet.
Manet, right? It was not bad either.
No,
I see money.
That's the best one, Hans.
Okay,
oh my gosh, who is this?
Yeah.
that's also money.
Manet?
What time is it?
Yeah, a little bit earlier, probably
12:40.
Yes.
74.
Well, that's beautiful.
I think
Early.
74, when he was not yet. You see,
Mhm.
Oh, it is Monet? Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you said
74,
Manet. Oh, okay.
when he was just,
Gorgeous.
That's
Very
also great. The light is fantastic.
The surface of the waters is just so, it feels, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Very interesting to see how he progressed.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like Picasso. They could really paint like the masters and then
Right.
choose their
They
own
were
way.
masters.
No,
of
I'm
their-
saying, but they could paint like traditional,
Yes. Yes.
but are choosing to,
Right.
Right. Exactly.
He
yeah.
probably would have done the same had he lived in the next century, I think, because his ideas were working that way.
It was beautiful. Just gorgeous.
That's amazing. Also, the trees, it's wonderful. And the boats, look how nice.
Oh,
Yeah, the boats are amazing,
Boats.
right?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
Shadows.
Wow.
The three white shadows were
Crazy.
beautiful. They're haunting.
yeah.
But this what?
Turkeys. Let's see the turkeys.
Imagine. Okay.
Maybe that's what was lying in the grass. The turkeys.
Right.
Oh,
Here.
Oh, they're turkeys.
wow.
Oh, there they are.
Oh my gosh.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we had like with Lichtenberg, we had always turkeys around.
Yeah, there are a lot of
hometown.
wild turkeys in that area.
Suddenly a whole family, walking by.
Yeah.
Fun. That's a fun little painting.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Never seen this one.
No.
Yeah.
It's a, yeah.
This is the black sheep of the family. Look
Oh,
down here.
I like him the best.
Camille on her deathbed.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's my grandmother's name.
Oh, yeah, look at this. Wow. But that's an amazing painting too.
What are we looking at here? I don't see it. Oh, now I see it. Okay.
Mark, say it
Yeah.
again. We didn't hear you.
It's like she's completely. No, I was just saying it's like she's totally fading away. Her
Oh.
body, her color. It's.
What's she
It's like
doing?
she's
Oh, that's
she's becoming pure spirit.
That's wonderful.
It is.
Really is wonderful.
Yeah.
Never seen that.
No.
Very
It is
abstract also.
Wow. Wow.
Very powerful. All
And I
the-
used to not want to go to the Orsay because I knew everything. I got to go there again.
yeah.
Last trip. Degas.
Yeah, look at this.
Degas.
Is this Degas?
Yep.
Degas.
No, it's an imposter.
Could be.
Degas. Oh,
That's a nice use of yellow on the left there.
Yeah.
Such a
That's
sweet,
yellow.
sweet
Very
yellow,
subtle,
isn't it?
yeah.
It is a sweet yellow.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, just those, you know, the yellow, the red,
Yeah, the
and then
green
the green,
or
and then
front.
the blue off on the far. That's beautiful color, use of color.
That is a great use of color, and like
Mhm.
Marcia always says, like that's a triangle of color.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
nice.
one pops up the other.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Lot of,
He was-
it
he
had
was
a lot of movement.
He was a
damn.
master too.
He was so good.
Yeah, he was
Oh my God.
amazing.
And the red.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah, the musicians here.
Great,
oh wow.
amazing.
I forget, who was he really good friends with? Degas.
Manet.
Manet? That's like us. People are gonna say, who are those?
I can always say I knew Marie. Marie.
Yes.
I knew Marie.
I
Oh,
like how the musicians
like it.
almost appear like in a different realm, like underwater,
Yeah.
you know, and then the dancers are like
On
all
top.
air on the top,
Mhm.
you know, above the water level or
Well,
something.
they are
In two different realms.
The
Mhm.
pit.
they're always in a pit.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
cool.
it's great,
Love it. Oh,
wonderful.
that. Oh, backstage.
This is nice.
Yeah, the space is nice where we,
Yeah.
you know, when he.
Very nice.
I heard that somebody said about Degas, he totally does the wrong thing too, compositionally, which he makes.
Right.
He puts everything in the center, which is so difficult to make, but he's such a master.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
That wall could be a modern painting.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah. It seems like a modern movie poster or something.
Yeah.
Right. You could almost see where cinema came out of this kind of painting.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, this composition and
Yeah.
This is a
very
famous,
cinematic in a weird way. But
This
you
is
know what?
famous
But
painting.
Degas.
photography was being developed at this time. Degas
Yes.
was into photography and using photography.
Oh, wow. Smart.
You know, so he could move the camera around, you know, and create different kinds of framing.
Yeah. I know this is a famous
You
painting.
know,
Yeah, Degas.
This is Degas' painting? I
Yeah.
don't, yeah, but I know this is famous because of the clown and that
Yeah, yeah.
lady.
yeah.
I forget the story behind it, but
But,
it's
That's the
Mm.
pastis they drink, Marcia. That's the pastis here.
oh.
Yeah.
These are fabulous, Marcia. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maureen, what time is it?
It's 12:51.
Yeah, absent, you see.
That's what you were saying, Hans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
what
that's a super famous painting.
This one?
Yeah, it's the train station.
Railroad
Like,
station.
it's I forget which Gogh it is.
that's
Yeah.
Monet.
It's Monet.
That's
Yeah, I think it's
probably the
Monet,
main
isn't it?
station.
So again, what Hans said earlier, which is that the Impressionists were painting a world that was changing around them, which was industrialized, trains, smoke, this enormous station, with its own, asserting its own structural composition, right? This big, triangle. So so they were painting the world as they saw it. It's interesting. It wasn't just pretty.
It was a transition.
Yeah.
But that's a good insight, because I always thought it was very pretty painting.
Right.
I wouldn't have, until today, which was really terrific, I wouldn't have really thought of the industrial, they were capturing the Industrial Revolution.
They were, you know what? They were looking at the world. It's as simple as that. They were responding to the environment.
Yeah.
Most people were they weren't really observing it. It was changing around them. Of course, they noticed it, but they weren't looking at it in those, terms.
Yeah.
The way an artist would.
Yeah, I love it.
When
they were saying this has its own aesthetic logic, and they were interpreting that as such.
Going before the next step came. Or many steps.
And Marcia, you took here a detail of it.
These are nice. Oh, I love this.
Oh, that looks so abstract, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness. If I didn't know from the last painting that it was, a station.
It's interesting. It's really, really interesting.
Wow. Wow. And this is Monet, not Manet. Oh, that's Renoir.
That's Renoir again.
Yeah.
This is like, I can't remember what this is called. This is one of his most famous paintings.
Yeah, this is a big, yeah.
Yeah. Just with all the characters and the festivities, the light.
This is what you were saying too. This is what outdoor life was like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nice. It's a nice.
I love this painting.
Very lively. Very
fabulous.
And I like these light things on,
It's great.
Nice.
It's the double shape.
Great details, and it works very well, everything.
Yeah.
It's not tight, it's fine. It's lots of things,
not tight.
but it is working. Look at this.
Look at this.
This is the most. This is iconic.
This is so satirized.
That's iconic.
The most boring painting.
I think it's the most satirized painting.
I love it.
Is it?
It's not pure kitsch.
Who is this?
It's really this is camp. This painting is camp, not kitsch.
Yeah. Oh. But this is Manet, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But this is super famous, right?
Yeah.
It's iconic.
But
it's right up there with like Guernica, or Las Meninas, or
Yeah. So what is this painting about? Because there's a lady in the background who looks like a spirit thing. Then there's a nudie lady with two dressed guys in the park.
It's a sexist, anti-feminist painting.
You really think so?
No.
Marcia.
I think.
This was an act of rebellion.
This painting is basically a poke in the eye.
Yeah, right.
To
the establishment.
It has something symbolic.
Oh yeah.
This is the first time that there are clothes figures.
It's just it's a poke in the eye to academic painting.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I won't say the word, but
so basically he's it's like it's a precursor to Photoshop.
Mark is good.
Cut and paste. Like I can do what I want.
yeah.
He's just saying that these are, I can,
Like pontificating.
It's a parody. He's satirizing and
Right.
he's playing. Like this is considered like a cornerstone of postmodernism,
yes,
right?
I
Of-
know it's
of
famous, but I didn't.
Picking and choosing and doing whatever you want,
Mhm,
but all within this believable context of naturalism.
mhm.
I don't know what he was painting, but wow, can he paint?
Yes, as
Yeah.
well.
Oh,
Wow.
As well. Yes.
What a-
This was very revolutionary,
Yeah,
like it or not.
this
yeah,
caused such a stir. Yeah,
did, right? This was what does it say? Oh, luncheon on the grass.
they were excluded from the salon.
You know, can I just say something here? I'm going to have to leave.
Oh, no, let's, yeah.
Okay.
It's getting close to 1.
Yeah, I should go to
This one.
Sorry to interrupt with
No.
that.
No, okay. So I think
Thank you.
we just take
That was great though, Marcia. Thank you so much. What fun.
Oh, it was great to be
Yeah.
there, and it was
I bet.
great to
What is
share it
this?
with
Wait,
you.
before we go, what is this and why is it?
no, we are anyway finished here. You see, that's the luncheon on the grass.
But
That's
that's the first one, and
Oh,
okay.
you got to read the legend.
Yeah.
I don't know if the
why is it
legend.
cut up like that?
Yeah.
Did he
Yeah.
do that or was that done later?
This is the first one, I think. You got to read this.
Well, he was saying that he was trying to rival Manet's, so it was done later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, so what a terrific show.
I think we say goodbye to our audience.
Yes.
It
Thank
was
you.
interesting. We can then go further with our next episode, maybe. As I
Yeah.
mentioned, the silhouette, maybe looking at the silhouette thing
Yeah.
or whatever.
Well,
Okay,
that
bye,
was
everyone.
terrific.
Bye.
Join us
Thanks,
next
everyone.
week.
That was
Loved it.
fun.
Nice to see